Hey everyone, it's Brian here, and I got an exciting new product here from our Horizon hobby. And you know what? This type of product is perfect for a day like today. You know, I'm looking out my window over the backyard here where I have my pond that I fly the UMX float planes from, and I think I can see whitecaps on that. We actually are having more wind here in Michigan than Florida is having, and they have a hurricane just off their coast. So on days like this, there's obviously no way you're going to get out and go fly. And really, for those of us in the Midwest, winter's going to be coming here shortly, and you know what that means. Your days of flying are pretty much over. So how do you keep current in between the winter months when you're not able to fly as much, when the weather's just too bad? Maybe on days it's just too windy. Perhaps you're someone new who's looking at learning how to fly for the first time and don't know if they really want to make the investment into an airplane yet, and they're looking for something to try. Well, that's where this product comes in. This here is RealFlight 9. This is the latest version of RealFlight, the flight simulator software from Horizon Hobby. So we're going to go ahead and open this thing up and take a look at it. From what I've seen from the screenshot so far, it looks absolutely amazing. So we'll take a look at the box. You're not going to see too many things exciting here because what you really want to see requires a computer. But let's just go ahead and get this thing unboxed and see what comes in it. So this version here actually is the one that includes a controller with it as well, and I really like that feature because I don't necessarily want to use my my normal everyday flying controller for a simulator, and the reason is because I can work with the simulator and I can keep it plugged in, and if I don't really worry about wearing the gimbals out or anything on the controller, and because it's it's similar to the DX6 that I have, the muscle memory and everything works just the same. So, all right, we have the contents of the box out. So you have a double disc set here. We have disc 1, disc 2. These are plus an installation guide, which you will need as well. A couple of screenshots here. You got the classic Apprentice, one of the best trainer aircraft. It's the one that I learned four channel training on. It also has the Hangar 9 P-51, which I'm excited to fly because it's a beautiful P-51, as well as a helicopter and then one of their EDF planes. So overall, there's 160 different airplanes that are included with this kit, and then a number of different flying fields as well. So this is the controller that's going to be in here. Of course, just like most Horizon products, they're pretty well packaged and protected when they come. So let's take a look here. All right, so here we have the controller. See, it's got a USB link here. See if I can get the plastic off of it. Here we go. So yeah, it looks just like a DX6 or even the DX6E, the entry-level model, which is really all you need for the majority of flying that you're going to do in a simulator. And if you're just getting started, you really just need a 4-channel receiver. So you got your throttle and your rudder and aileron and elevator. So the rest of the buttons up here can be assigned to all sorts of different features depending on what you have. It's either flaps, retracts, probably safe is on here as well. So there's a number of options that you will be able to assign these buttons too. And then also makes it even more realistic. So your muscle memory you have from operating these switches is going to be very similar to that you have on your actual remote. So if you're a new pilot getting started and you're training on something that looks like this, when you go get your ready to fly model, you're going to have a transmitter that looks very similar as well. So your muscle memory will work that way. And for those of us who are a little bit more seasoned, it works well because we're used to this style controller already. The only big difference is, of course, is you got a USB plug that goes into your computer rather than the antenna that talks to the airplane. So you can go ahead and leave this connected to your simulator rather than have to transport it back and forth to the field if you want to go fly the sim. So now that we've covered what's in the box, and obviously there's not much to it, and we didn't think there would be. So I'm going to go over one final thing here because I think this is kind of important, and it's listed on the box. It's also listed right on the website, and that is the system requirements. And I know it's on here somewhere because I actually looked at them the other day here. Here we go. And the reason why I'm going to say this is important to look at is the fact that somebody may have purchased this before looking at the minimum requirements and realizes that out of all 4 computers I have in my house, not a single one will run this. I have a Mac, and 2 work computers that I can't load software on, and a Dell that I think still runs Windows 3.1. So don't fall into that trap. Take a look at what you need first. So I'll go ahead and read them to you. The minimum requirements for this to run is Windows 7, 8, or 10 with admin access required for Windows 10. An Intel Pentium 1 gigahertz or equivalent processor, 512 megabytes of RAM, a 10 gig hard drive, and a DVD drive, obviously, to go ahead and get that loaded. If you want to have a 3D accelerated video, you'll need a 32 megabyte dedicated video memory, and you'll need DirectX 9 compliant for the shadowing and kind of the enhanced graphics of the control or of the simulator. So that's the minimum system requirement. So if you are like me and you have a Macintosh, or you have a old laptop that's still running a really old version of Windows, you're going to be out of luck for a little while. But don't worry, I have a couple plans in place to go ahead and get this installed on a computer, and we're going to demo a couple different things out. So if you're in the market for a simulator, this is probably one that you really want to consider. It includes the Spectrum style transmitter that you'd be used to if you're going to be flying any type of the Horizon Hobby ready to fly type planes, or anything that's going to be using a Spectrum transmitter. It also includes a high number of Horizon Hobby airplanes and helicopters and drones as well. So if you're like me, you have a lot of Horizon Hobby product. I'll be able to practice in the winter on some of the airplanes that I have hanging up in my garage, and I'll be ready to go come springtime. And if you're a new pilot, you'll be able to practice on the exact same trainer in here that you can go down to your hobby shop or order directly from Horizon Hobby. So that's the unboxing of RealFlight 9. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be more than happy to help out. And the next thing I'll do is go find a computer that we can go ahead and get this loaded up on. So talk to you guys later.